Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me. I'm excited that you're here with me today for this video. So in today's video, we're doing the weekly tarot reading for October 19th through 25th of 2025 for all the fire signs. So that would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on for all you fire signs for this week coming up. And happy Scorpio season. It starts on the 24th, so it starts on this week coming up. And as always, please hit that like button. I'm trying to grow my channel and get my videos out to more people. So when you hit that like button, it's helping the channel to grow and helping it get out to more, fire signs that need to see this video. And thank you to all the new subscribers and the existing subscribers, the subscribers that have been with me since the beginning. I appreciate all of you. And if you aren't a subscriber, please hit that please hit that subscribe button so that you'll get future videos I put out. Because I put these weekly element readings out every week, every Friday. All right, so what is going on for fire signs for the week of the 19th through 25th, 2025? Fire signs. Your cards feel real smooth in my hand, real smooth today. All right, let's see. And I have to apologize for my voice. I'm starting to cough a little bit. So I'm going to try not to cough at you, but I'm still recovering from that cold I had. And it's still messing with my voice. Okay, we've got the Ace of Swords. We've got the Three of Wands, High Priestess. Okay, we got the Four of Pentacles, the Emperor. Okay, we got the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Okay, interesting. Okay, so coming into this week of the 19th, definitely using your intuition, fire signs. You're in this High Priestess energy. And I just love this card, the High Priestess. She's so awesome. She's got, she uses her intuition. It guides her. She's very wise, but she's very wise spiritually. And she uses her intuition to help guide her. She has a lot of spiritual knowledge. You see, she's got the, a book on her lap. She's very wise in spiritual matters. And she uses her intuition. And that's where you are coming into the week of the 19th. But I feel like you are having a new, and this is current energy right now. So this is where you were in the past coming into the week, is the High Priestess. But currently you're starting a new beginning and it's like a new beginning's coming in for you. You can see the universe is holding this sword for you. That's the hand of the universe. It's giving it to you. But it's like a new beginning in, I'm hearing like intelligence, but I'm seeing data, like intelligence but data, like on a computer screen, like zeros, ones, that's what. So it's like data. So intelligence, but also new beginning intelligence, but new beginning like in thoughts and words and speaking, like speaking your truth, I'm hearing speaking your truth, like a new beginning and speaking your truth. A new beginning in knowledge. And it could very well be coming from downloads that you're getting because you're in this High Priestess energy. My nose is itching. I was talking about this. In a situation, it's like you're getting ready to take a journey. And you see how he's got his little traveling clothes on, and he's taking, I think he's got one step ahead of the other one foot ahead of the other one. So it's like he's taking a step forward into a new journey. And that's what you're doing, fire signs. And I feel like, yeah, I definitely feel like this is like you're going through a type of spiritual awakening is what's going on here. You're using your intuition in the past, but there's this new beginning. It's like speaking your truth and like intelligence, like you're becoming who you really are. You're speaking your truth and coming into your true fullness and like embracing who you really are on a spiritual level. I feel like, and it's going to involve some big changes in your life that you're going to have to make, but you know that you have to do it. So it's like a new beginning in speaking your truth, a new beginning in information, intelligence, words, and thoughts. And you're taking this journey. So you've been thinking about it for a while. You've been using your intuition to help guide you through this, and you're ready to do it. So he's got that one little foot ahead of the other. So he's already made the decision, and he's taking that step forward. And that's where you are, fire signs. You've already made a decision, and you're taking that step forward. But the atmosphere is this. It's kind of like there's a sense of insecurity because this is going to be a big life change for you, and you're going to have to shift things in your life. And there's a sense of, see how this gentleman, he's holding on to these pentacles, like he's got his feet on these two down here, so they don't go anywhere. And he's holding this one really tight. So there's a sense of insecurity, like you don't really know what's going to happen. And because of that, or what's going to happen during this shift, you're kind of like you're in this insecure type of situation. I don't feel like because another thing this card can mean is like well, it depends on what's around it. You always go by what the cards are around it as well, but it could mean like you're being miserly with your pentacles, but I don't feel that's the case here. I feel like it's more like you're feeling insecure about taking this step because this is a major shift for you. Um, and I totally get it, fire signs. I mean, even though I've been, a psychic medium my whole life, I really kept that knowledge under wraps and kept it to myself. And just like my few closest friends knew about it. I didn't advertise my gifts to anybody. And part of it was I was afraid of being judged, and it goes back to when I was a child. I saw and heard things other people didn't. And when I did try to talk to people about what I was experiencing, I just got, oh, you're just imagining things, blah, blah, blah. And, I discovered pretty quick as a child that people thought I was strange because I was having these experiences. So I just basically internalized it and basically just didn't tell anybody about it. And then when I got to a certain age, I shifted and I was like, no, I'm going to be my true self and I'm going to embrace who I really am and speak my truth and, let the world know who I really am. And part of that was doing this channel, because doing this channel was a big step for me, because now it's like I'm talking to you all, to the world, and admitting to my gifts and abilities. And I'm using it to help people, but still it's like I'm putting myself out there and I'm making a big change in my life to accommodate it. So I can understand, the feeling of insecurity, even though you're doing the right thing for yourself and you have to be true to yourself and you have to take that step forward. It can be kind of scary and kind of daunting because you're putting yourself out there. And I had to make changes to my life. And you might have to make changes to your life as well. And that's what I'm feeling like. There are going to be major changes you're going to have to do. But it goes back to this new beginning of who you are, like embracing your truth and who you are, and follow your heart. And I feel like more and more people in the world are going to have that happen, where their heart chakras are going to open and they're going to follow their heart. It's no longer going to be about making decisions to make everybody else happy, or making decisions because society wants you to go that way or make that decision. Now it's going to be about making decisions because it's what's in your heart, to follow your heart instead of following the unwritten society rules, or instead of, following what everybody else wants for you. Now it's like we have to do what's best for us. And that's what you're doing, fire signs. I feel like that's definitely what you're doing. So this is you in the current energy. You're definitely, in a good place with this, but it's like you're taking that first step, and making this big change. And it is a little scary and you are feeling a little insecure. Well, the atmosphere around you is a little insecure about it. But I feel like hang in there, because in the near future, you're going to be in this Emperor energy. And this is definitely a fire sign energy, but you see how regal he is on this throne. He's like, he's very action oriented. He's a fire sign. He's very like, but the Emperor, it's like, he's not just a fire sign, but he takes, this is a fire sign card, but the Emperor is like the embodiment of all the kings together. So he has all those attributes of all the four kings in tarot. And so you can see, but he does look very, he takes action. An Emperor is very mature, knows what he wants. He's confident. He's not going to like put up with any kind of BS. And he's very like, ready to roll, so to speak, take action. And that's where you are in the near future. Is like, I feel like you're going to go into that emperor type energy because you're going to get more confident about yourself and about making this decision. But the advice is you aren't going to have to leave stuff behind. You've got the Eight of Cups here, you're walking away from, and you can see all these little cups here. He's got his little travel cloak on, he's walking away from it and leaving it behind. And I feel like it's your old life. It's like parts of now I'm not saying like all parts of your old life you're going to have to leave behind, but there's definitely going to be parts of it you're going to have to leave behind. And that's one of the things about when you spiritually awaken is, there are parts of your old life that you leave behind because they no longer in alignment with you. And that's what's going on. These parts of your life are no longer in alignment with you. So you're walking away from them. But I feel also another advice I have is hang in there, because it's like, I feel like this has been a process for you and it's been very hard, and you feel kind of beaten up and exhausted by it. And you can see he's pretty beat up. He's got bandages on him. He's leaning on that wand, and he's just feeling, he's pretty tired. He's exhausted. He's tired of dealing with it, but he's got a little bit left in him because he's not a 10, he's a 9. So he's got a little bit left in him. But I feel like you're almost at the end of this cycle. And I'm hearing almost at the end of the hard stuff, the hard times. I'm hearing hard times. So you're almost at the end of it. So you've been through it, and this hasn't been an easy process for you, fire signs. But hang in there because you're almost at the end of it, because in the near future, you're going to be in this emperor energy. And you're getting there. You're getting there now, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So even though you're going to have to leave stuff behind, they're no longer in alignment with you, and you feel like you've kind of been through the ringer, like the guy on this card, it's been hard and frustrating, and you're tired, and you just want it to be over. But it is almost over because you're at the 9. So pretty soon, you're going to be sitting in the emperor energy, and you're going to be in a good place. And it's like this knowledge and data that you've gained, speaking your truth, becoming into who you really are. That's all part of that emperor energy, because the emperor doesn't like he doesn't put on a falsehood for anybody. Like, he is who he truly is, and he embraces it. And that's what you're doing. You're going to embrace your true self and come into this emperor. And you're spiritually awakening, fire signs, to that point. And I feel like this is a spiritual shift. And that's part of what that knowledge and data is you're probably getting downloads of information, and this is part of your spiritual awakening that's going on. This is that process that you're going through. And and you're going to turn into this emperor, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get there. So, but right now you're in that current energy of feeling a little insecure because of the changes, getting ready to take that first step, in that new beginning of, who you are, and embracing your true self and getting that knowledge and speaking your truth. So, really good reading, fire signs, really good. I mean, this is exciting. And I feel like, you're not the only ones on the planet going through this, fire signs. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people spiritually awakening like now, because I kept feeling like October was going to be a big month for this, where there's going to be like a huge shift of energy that's going to push us forward towards the new earth. And with that, there's going to be a lot of spiritual awakening. Like, a lot of codes are going to come down to us, a lot of codes to how can you say, to awaken our dormant DNA. A lot of light codes are going to come in, all kinds of different things like that. And it's going to help us to push forward into a higher level of vibration and frequency. And I feel like that's what's going on with you, fire signs, is you're spiritually awakening. And that's part of this process. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of people going through this globally, and there's going to be a lot of people awakening. But I feel for you, it's going to be really strong. Like right now, particularly like coming into this week, it's like there's going to be some big movement forward this week into this. And I feel like, it's for you at this moment in time, this is a big thing for you, is a spiritually awakening. So thank you for joining me, fire signs. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.